Good morning. Continues yesterday's talk. Today we're going to connect it to the wisdom root, wisdom power, and direct experience. When we practice right mindfulness with right concentration, the teaching of the Dhamma is plus the truth. That is the mindful and concentrate value. Now, when right concentration is processed and achieved, is hitting to the search and experience of the truth, it becomes possible. Because right concentration is something that beyond all the religious understanding. That is the yogi himself experience and center his life into the independent personality. Let me say again, independent personality means he of the many training of mindfulness and concentrate into power. Now his mind is stopped and ceases. Ceases of what? Ceases of guided by the eye realm, ear realm, and so on in all these sensual basics movement, so that he is free from that movement, experience one thing. This is the thing of purity of the mind. We call that no abiding. So from this unshakable no abiding of concentration, this is a basic for him to root it with wisdom. I say that rooted with wisdom means he wisely see, still need to observe back and forth into this very life. See, is that any other thing come into the mind, and the mind suddenly abide, means attach. So abide means attach. From this experience, that very pure mind, if he is moving, the practitioner is very alert and immediately know something rising from the mind. If greed, he know this is greed. If no greed, he know it is no greed. When it is anger, he know this is anger. When it is not anger, he know that is not anger. When this is wholesome, he know this is wholesome. When it is not wholesome, he know that is not wholesome. All this saying in the sutra is wise. First hand, because the abiding mind is like no color mirror. Anything, even though a drop of dust come into this mirror, it should show exactly it is. So I would say, when training, one thought of mindful come into one thought of concentration. This is already taught in the past 2 days. Right now come into, need to process into earn or go through one Dhamma. I use the word Dhamma right now. Dhamma means the truth in Buddhism. What is one Dhamma? Wisely said. So wisdom root connected to the teaching of the Dhamma Siddha. One Dhamma means even though the existence of one thought come into the mind, or one thing come into the mind, this thing is a desire. This thing is the existence. This thing become ignorance. So the powers of wisdom must penetrate to this and let the mind back to his nature. What is the nature? The nature is mentioned aimlessness. We look for nothing. Means aimlessness. Did our mind look for nothing? We foolish. We look for many, many things. And we worry many, many things. Not aimless. So the wise man connected to the powers of wisdom, aimlessness been written, connected to the Dhamma Siddha. This one Dhamma, means, I break the door. This is the gate of endlessness. Means, I try to use the endlessness, this Dhamma. We call it one Dhamma. In order that, I stay in this gate because of I need to observe everything. Inner the mind or exterior the mind, the very tiny things or very big universal thing. Is it something related into my aim? Now I use the English word for aim. Is it A-I-M? Yeah, aim. M in the Chinese word. De means I got something like that. This is something is belong to me, mine, I, like that. So this is the dead end of religion. Become big ego. Only I know the truth, you don't know. Only I can guide, no other else. So in Buddhism, using this one Dhamma, see why the world is complicated and fight, why the world is so massive and chaos, is because of the purification of the mind, processing with mindfulness, with concentration, never stop. If he start, might be not achieving. When he achieving, maybe not come into very pure. So right now talking about roots of wisdom, powers of wisdom, and then come to direct knowledge, which is more profound meaning according to the Dhamma. So endlessness is one Dhamma who really in the stillness or unshakable mind, stillness of the mind, still rising that kind of observation, investigation, or contemplating. Once he back to the mind and body in nature. I name it one mindful, one mind, and one Dhamma. Why it becomes like that? Because after all this interior investigation and observation, when he, like the Buddha, after awakening or after certain practice of direct experience, he need to put it into test back to the very life in the dynamic, in the life pattern. So in the life pattern, back to the society, back to the six senses base, the second gate is opened by wisdom. The second gate is called signlessness. Sign means something in picture, isn't it? So six senses contact is six basic picture, changing all the time, isn't it? That is a existence sign. From time to time, rising and ceasing, rising and ceasing. That can our mind overcome and then not abide there? Challenging. So signlessness means when back to the nature of the life, sign is from time to time existence in contact. Contact is contact, not processing in the twirling of contact. Move forward into rush. So signless means contact is backward into his scissors, not move forward into existence. That is the second wise observation of the mind need to be checking all the time. So they have a very funny Chan practitioner. In this time, the student can challenge his master authority because the Dhamma is the authority. Other than that, no such being is authority. Even though the Buddha himself, after he entered into the true Dhamma, so that he said, oh, this is the supreme state. All living being is possible to reach in this state. If he reach in this state, we are equal. No high and low, no big or small, no difference between this and that. The quality is same, match when all living water flow into the ocean. One test. So that when this personality comes to the second gauge, he is confident and brave, challenging his teacher. If his teacher is not standing in the truth, he have the brave to say that. So that is what I see very funny. Only the Chinese Chan or the Zen Buddhism, why the student challenging his master's authority? In the tradition of Indian Buddhism, it is not there. They always obey. In the one Dhamma processing, another gate is open, called emptiness. Emptiness means in this relationship of the Dhamma, is not together and not separate. with the benefit of the Dhamma exceed Nibbana is the base. This is very difficult to understand. What is Nibbana mean? Nibbana means twirling as the base. So with someone who wisely touching to emptiness, he will be independently protect the Dhamma. No matter you come to learn the Dhamma, he is there. You failure, disappoint with the Dhamma and run away, he is there. Never because of you come in and you walk out from there, he have anything up and down in his mindset. So the friendship and relationship is very harmony and pure in this very life who enter into Nibbana, or so-called emptiness. They have no competition, no fight, even though no arguing. It is a more funny thing come in. When the student been abused by the Zen master, sometimes his reaction is so funny. He may hit back to his master's face, and his master is not showing that like us normal, but his master is sometimes laughing, and then the next day witness him. He got the message. And then after getting the message, that student left the master and walked away. He walked away is not go to elsewhere, but go to the next mountain and open the assembly. And start his propagating of Dhamma. I take this example called Yang San and Wei San, these two masters. It's showing that the emptiness of the direct experience, you form interdependent of the Dhamma. And that Dhamma not have two come into one. So naturally will separated and for his own fulfillment. That is what I see. The Buddha and all the Arahant is so cold, C-O-O-L. Mostly their emotion and friendship is so easy and alone. Sometimes it not make sense in this assembly to become strong, but after more and more quiet and practice, I see how the Dhamma is empty self, is empty nature, and should be that kind of quality. No doubt in my mind anymore. This is what briefly said about roots of wisdom, powers of wisdom, and direct knowledge. Thank you.